Hey guys, quick little camera review right now. I have the best lighting to show you guys the difference. It's Christmas lighting in a non-lit room, so it's very low, dim, pretty lighting. This is a Sony, and it's a pretty expensive camera. It's an $800 camera if you get it at retail price. It has a very low f-stop. This is a very high quality camera, so if you're lucky, any general camera will look like this on average. This is the camera that I use for high-end stuff. So any important gym footage, any collaborations, I use this camera, especially for photos. This camera is a Canon 70D, which is the best DSLR in my opinion for filming if you're filming yourself, because it has an autofocus, so you don't have to sit there and adjust the lens to focus it. And this lens is a Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter lens with a 1.8 f-stop, meaning it lets in a ton of light. It's a very heavy lens if you hold it, but it is super, super high quality. I'll show you the difference. This first clip you're gonna see is with this Sony camera. Okay, here's the Sony camera. We'll start off with the piano, move over to the red coffee table, and this is gonna be the hardest lighting to pick up for any camera. And we'll end with the Christmas tree in the corner. So just notice how bright everything is, how dim everything is. And now I'll show you the same footage with the nice camera and the nice lens. Boom, this is with the Canon. Literally a night and day difference. This is the coffee table, this is the hardest light to take in, meaning everything's gonna be really dark when looking at this, and it's still pretty bright. And then that tree in the corner, it literally looks like the light is on in the living room here. That is insane. I mean, you can see everything. You can see the design on the pillows and the couch back there. You can see the plant in the corner back there. I mean, that is super dark areas. So I just figured that I'd show you guys the difference real quick in case you're interested in like a good camera and a good lens. This is the lens I actually recommended to Max Tuning, and he went ahead and got it, and he loves it now. So this is actually the lens he got based on my recommendation. 2:12 in the morning. Look who's still up. My wonderful, beautiful mother. What are you doing up still?
Well, I'm a night owl, so I typically am up at this hour.
Yeah, even the dog's passed out. And you guys wonder where I get it from. This is where it's from. It's 2:40 a.m. And Mother and I are chatting about the gym she used to take me to when I was like 3 years old. How old was I?
You were 4.
I was 4?
Mm-hmm.
And she would take me to this gym, and I would hang out in the daycare section, and she would hang out in the aerobics section doing aerobics classes. But she used to give me tours of, the whole gym had a bunch of stations. So you walk in the first door, and it was like an aerobics room with the daycare behind it. And then you go through like this doorway, and then it was like the free weight section. And then another doorway, and it was the leg section or whatever. But she was telling me now, because it's been a while. I do remember it. I actually have memories, but you were saying it was like pretty, like, it was kind of a hardcore gym, right? You know, like you could drop weights. The owner was pretty serious about it.
Kept it clean, yeah.
Man. And that was up right in the border of Cranston on Warwick Ave.
Apollo Health and Fitness.
Apollo Health and Fitness. And now it's like a laundromat and some other businesses, right?
I believe so.
And then what did you do there? Aerobics?
I did primarily aerobics, yoga, and then Uncle Dave trained me on the weights for a while.
Oh, Uncle Dave trained you there?
Yeah, he came back from Hawaii.
Wow.
And trained me at the gym.
Wow, I didn't know that. Uncle Dave is my uncle that bodybuilded. He never did it competitively, but he had an amazing physique in his heyday. He was completely natural, crazy biceps. That's where I get the bicep genetics from. I remember specifically, I have vivid actual memories of taking in the scenery of the weight room when I was like 4 years old, and she like walked me into it. She's like, "Here, honey, this is the weight room." And then Dad also did his home videos. My dad would always walk around filming everything with his camera, home video style.
Filming you.
Filming me.
Hours of filming you.
Hours? Yeah.
Hours.
So it was like predestined for me to be doing what I'm doing now. Post-Christmas time mess. But oh baby. Whoo, yes. So it's December 26th. Christmas has come and passed. It was great. Christmas Eve and Christmas were both huge eating days. So I went from 168, 169 pounds on average to 171 pounds this morning. But it's all good. It's part of the holidays. You gotta enjoy the holidays. Unless you're dieting for a show or something like that, never ever try to stay strict on holidays. That's just crazy, man. Enjoy your life a little bit, especially on holidays. Also, when it comes to holiday cheating, a lot of people think that when you cheat on a holiday, you have to go extra hard the next day, diet-wise. Like if you pig out on Christmas, then you know the day after Christmas you gotta cut your carbs way down to nothing and basically starve yourself to make up for it. And I really don't recommend that. If you need to make weight in like a couple of weeks, then maybe that could be one way to go. But in general, if you're dieting, even if you're several weeks out from a show and you have one day that you kind of cheat and go above your calories, the next day just jump back onto your normal calories. Don't try to compensate in any sort of crazy way. Just jump back on your normal calories and do your best to not cheat again for as long as you possibly can. And as simple as that, that's one, going to be easier on your mind mentally. You're not going to be starving yourself or killing yourself with hunger the next day, so it won't mess with you. And two, it stops you from getting into the bad habit of, oh, well, I can just cheat tonight because tomorrow I'll just drop my carbs like I did last time. That's fine. If I starve myself the next day, I can always cheat whenever I want. And that's definitely not a good habit to get into. If you have a cheat day, the next day just get back on track, stay 100% on your diet, and just follow it as long as you can without cheating again, and don't stress about it. Today, there's not much to show you workout-wise because it's just boring lightweight squats again, but I am going to be working on loosening up my hamstrings a lot. I did a lot of foam rolling today with the death machine, and that definitely helps to chop your hamstrings up and get everything nice and loose. I'm also going to incorporate a lot of mobility work using bands and whatnot. I don't have time to do that today because the gym's going to close in an hour, so I got to get in there and get out. But in the future, that is going to be one of my major goals, loosening up my hamstrings. I think that's the only part of my mobility that's not up to snuff right now, so to speak. So that is the plan. And between now, December 26th, and between now and January 3rd, when I leave for Cabo, I'm going to go pretty much low carbs, and I'm going to keep my calories nice and low, kind of like I was doing the week before my photo shoot, or maybe like 2 weeks before my photo shoot. I'm not going to go full on peak week mode. That was murder. But I'll keep my calories around 2,200. I'll keep them pretty low carbs like I was between now and Cabo, and that should help me maintain pretty good leanness, because Cabo is definitely going to equate to fatness. So we'll try to balance it out as much as we can. As for this training, I am going back to powerlifting programming. I am going to be using Josh Hancock and Brett Gibbs yet again, and I've already spoken with Josh, and they're working on constructing me a new program right now as we speak. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of auto-regulating. I'm keeping the weight nice and light, and I'm just doing reps of like 8 to 10 roughly every day on every single movement. And this is just really helping me lay a good foundation, get my body back used to doing these movements again, and just get the technique down nice and clean, so when I do jump into the actual programming, I'll be good to go and I'll be all primed up. There's no point in trying to start a program now and then have to leave for 8 days for Cabo. So I'm just going to wait till I get back from Cabo to officially start the real programming.